we're here with Kassidy for StudentPunch on some steps on a fire exit, probably breaking some laws with the smoking on the fire exit, but it sounds good, looks good. Just to start off with, lads, just a wee bit of intro, kind of a little bit about Kassidy, a little bit about your history and stuff like that as well.
Yeah, just how we started and things.
Yeah, just basically who are Kassidy, what do you guys...
Kassidy are four of us. We play 4 acoustic guitars and are occasionally joined by a bass player and a drummer, sorry. The foundation of the band is based around harmonies and kind of different sounding vocals and how like different harmonies and melodies can intertwine with each other, and with the guitars and the rhythms, and it's, I don't know, it's quite hard to explain what a band's like. To look at it, it's just 4 guys with acoustic guitars, but in depth it's quite a great deal deeper,
Fair enough.
You'll have to check it out yourself, I'm afraid.
I like that, plug it at the side there you go. I've read some description of you guys, a couple of different things, kind of a Scottish Kings of Leon, a hairy take that, you know what I mean? What would you like most, kind of like to be the description of your band sort of thing?
Well, people are always going to try and compare you to something.
Yeah.
Because then they'll understand it a wee bit better if they do. Have something to refer to, but I don't think you'd rather just be known for being Kassidy really. People are always going to say you're like that or you're like that band, but we don't mind being particularly mind being described as anything.
Fair enough.
It's an opinion, you know.
Obviously you guys are quite a young band, you know what I mean? Kind of inspiration sort of thing, like how did you end up in doing music? Like what inspired you to become musicians? Who did you look up to and everything like that as well?
For me personally, what's inspired me the most growing up? I grew up in a very musical house. My brother's a musician. My dad likes to think he's a musician. He kind of is a musician. A lot of music taste going up at the house as well. A lot of CD swapping and handing down. I remember receiving a Robert Johnson album when I was about 8 or 9. Like that's proper 1930s, like rootsy blues music, Delta blues music, you know. From Robert Johnson to Jeff Buckley to Nirvana. But the atmosphere of my house was very musical. There was always a guitar hanging around. I used to always look at it and think, you know, I knew I wasn't allowed to touch it because I was only young. I used to always look at it as if it was like a beautiful ornament. And then whenever I did touch it, I realised the ornament was a creative thing. It was a source that you could express yourself with. But my house was just a very Irish nut house. Everybody listened to music.
Fair enough. What about the rest of these? What inspired you to kind of go into music?
Well, the same for me. Like my dad and mum, completely different music tastes. Mum's the Stones, dad's the Beatles. I had that kind of, who's he gonna like basically. And my dad used to play me stuff from the Beatles. Every night when I went to sleep, Rocky Raccoon was one of the favourites, and mum liked Black Sabbath, so that was kind of cool growing up with that.
Sounds good.
Free used to play, so.
Sounds good. Obviously, new album's out, it's a good chance to plug it, you know what I mean, with that as well. Obviously it's a long time coming, you know what I mean, in that kind of period of time, was there any kind of stage that you thought that it wasn't going to make it, do you know what I mean, or you all been quite faithful?
Yeah, we remain faithful. You have to keep faith in yourself and like your product or your art or your CD and stuff. And if you keep the faith, then like you know what, good things come to those that wait. And we had the ability to re-record it, and we were given the chance to re-record it. But this is the first time, obviously, it wasn't quite right for us. And so with a second chance, it was just like kind of having literally a second go at like your dream, you know, like because the first time wasn't exactly what you had expected, and whenever you get that. You can't make a mistake there. It's like not possible to make a mistake, and like it's going to come out and it's going to be perfect. And I think that we've achieved in the eye of the beholder our perfection.
Fair enough. There you go. A wee bit cocky, but I like it anyway. You gotta love yourself.
You be confident.
I like it.
You'll fall on your ass.
So obviously, you know what I mean, if you're going to plug one song, do you know what I mean, of people who haven't listened to the album yet, you know what I mean, I've listened to it, it's cracking, but what one would you tell them to go out and listen to?
It's really hard to say that, I think, because like they're all kind of, everyone tries to say, our babies, nurturing them from embryonic stages to adult stages now. But I don't know, quite like, well, since it's the next song.
The whole album tells. I think the whole album tells tells a bit of the truth about ourselves and tells lies about other people as well. Lies about ourselves as well.
So all good with a bit of lies.
I think the whole album was one of these things that it was built. The whole album was built to listen to the whole album.
Yeah.
As an opinion, I like all the tracks.
So don't just download one, get the whole album. Yeah.
I wouldn't know what to recommend. You know, the songs are songs that we've crafted. Yeah, we've crafted the songs and we're used to them and spent some time with them. So
fair enough.
We all have different.
You need to listen to it and find out.
Fair enough. Alright, with regards to the video for I Don't Know, it's quite exceptional. Who was the madman that came up with the ideas behind that? Kind of who was the driving force?
It was a mix between thoughts in our own heads and a director called Ian Bunholt, and we had a kind of concept to make a music video like a short movie, so to speak. We just didn't know what avenue to go down. He suggested a madhouse sort of thing, and we ended up watching movies like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Girl Interrupted, and just all these madhouse movies, and we just tried to get a kind of amalgamation of all of them together and make it into a short music video.
Take it that it was quite good fun then, running about a madhouse with scantily clad women then, yeah?
It was good fun, man.
It was an experience.
Alright, fair enough. Obviously with the album out this year and stuff like that as well, we've already said it's been a long time coming, what are the kind of aspirations that we hold for it, you know, I mean, what do we want to achieve in 2011?
We just want to keep playing, continue doing what we like doing and what we love doing, and we just want to keep playing and get bigger and better and see the world if we get a chance to.
Fair enough, I like that a lot. As we just said, what's the most embarrassing thing that's happened to Kassidy on tour? Kind of thing. We've got a trophy and everything, so.
We did this festival last summer called Caravana, which is in Switzerland, which I recommend anyone goes to because it was probably one of the highlights of our year last year. It was an absolutely stunning festival, and we drove there and just in the van, and we stayed in a wee French kind of villagey town called Beaune, and obviously we were just stopping there for the night for driving, and we went out for dinner that night, and I don't know, I tried that sort of steak tartare that's really uncooked food, and I don't know if it was a combination of that with alcohol that just sent me into a funny place or something, but we had this idea that me and our stage manager called the Ginger Ninja, we would streak back to the hotel, which was just meant to be apparently at the end of this road, so only 400 metres away, but it was middle of the night, so it's pitch black. And so what we did was we had nothing on apart from our shoes, and I'd given my phone away, given my wallet away, given everything away. Probably done the same because me and him are sometimes a bit dangerous together. And so we ran, just jogged it, and he's got footage of us running off, but then that was the end of it. And it took, I think it was about 6 hours later we found the hotel, and that's not even made up for the camera, that's absolutely true. We were walking about with nothing on apart from our shoes in this wee town, and the hotel was right on the outskirts and had a bypass going the whole way around it, so we figured if we just walk around the bypass for as long as we can, we'll probably get to the hotel. All these travellers live at the side of the bypass, so there's all these mad gypsy caravans, and we had to run through a caravan site whilst getting chased, and I promise this is true, chased by an actual massive dog on a chain that was attached to one of the caravans, and I never ran faster with my front end pointing as far out as I could, and honestly it was about this far from getting us, and then thankfully it got caught by its chain and we just kept running as long as we could. So we were on it, we were actually got to the stage where we were hitchhiking, trying to cover ourselves up.
Well, have a good night, guys, basically on that note. Thanks very much, Kassidy. Best of luck for the rest of the year as well.
Cheers, man. Thanks.